South Africa's anti-immigration protests, understanding the crisis. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're discussing one of the biggest stories coming out of Africa. South Africa has witnessed large anti-immigration protests across several major cities, raising concerns about public safety, immigration policy, and the country's economic future. Thousands of protesters have taken to the streets, demanding stronger action against undocumented migrants. Security forces have been deployed in large numbers to keep order and prevent violence as demonstrations continue. Although many of the marches have remained peaceful, authorities have reported isolated incidents of looting, vandalism, and attacks on businesses. Police have arrested several people in connection with these incidents, while urging both protesters and residents to remain calm. The demonstrations reflect growing frustration among some South Africans who believe undocumented immigration has increased pressure on jobs, housing, healthcare, and other public services. South Africa has one of the highest unemployment rates in the world, and many citizens argue that the government should prioritize employment opportunities for its own people. At the same time, many migrants say they came to South Africa simply to build a better life for themselves and their families. Over the years, the country has attracted workers, students, entrepreneurs, and refugees from across Africa because of its relatively stronger economy and greater opportunities. As tensions have risen, thousands of migrants have decided to return to their home countries. Governments including Malawi, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Ghana have organized transportation for many of their citizens who chose to leave voluntarily or out of concern for their safety. Some migrants have described heartbreaking situations. Many say they spent years working in South Africa, raising children, starting businesses, and contributing to local communities. Leaving everything behind has become an emotional and difficult decision for countless families. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has called for peace and has reminded citizens that people who are legally living in the country deserve equal protection under the law. He has also acknowledged that immigration policies may need reform, but emphasized that violence, intimidation, and attacks against foreigners cannot be accepted. Human rights organizations have echoed this message, warning that economic hardship should never become an excuse for xenophobia or violence. They argue that solving unemployment and crime requires long-term economic solutions rather than blaming migrants alone. This is not the first time South Africa has experienced anti-immigration tensions. Similar outbreaks of violence have occurred over the past 2 decades, highlighting a challenge that the country continues to face as it balances economic pressures with human rights and regional cooperation. The coming days will be important. The government's response, the actions of law enforcement, and the willingness of communities to remain peaceful could determine whether the situation improves or becomes more serious. This story also raises a larger question for many countries around the world. How can governments protect their borders, support their own citizens, and still respect the dignity and rights of migrants seeking a better future? We'll continue following developments and bring you the latest updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast, share it with others, and join us next time for more analysis of the world's biggest stories. Until next time, stay informed and take care.